with Tracy, Mike, and Dave, and Joseph.
There you go.
I
That's
changed
right.
the name of the show this morning. We
4
are
people.
so excited. We have a very special guest in the studio with us. His name is Joseph Harris, and he is, we're allowed to say winner now, right?
Absolutely.
We can say
If not, you just blew it. So.
Joseph Harris is the winner of Food Network's All-Star Academy. Congratulations.
Yes. Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
Yeah, the more important thing is he's just from Glen Burnie. He's just a regular dude from Glen Burnie.
I am.
So I started
born and
watching
raised.
this, and the first week it was on. I'm a bit of a foodie, and we love the Food Network. And we saw this, and I thought, well, this is really cool. And it paired home chefs with celebrity chefs. And,
Sure.
And when they introduced you, and you're like, I'm a worship leader from Glen Burnie, I'm like, really? Wow, that is really cool. And then to come to find out that, like, you know, we have all these connections.
Sure,
and,
yeah.
You know, we graduated from the same high school and all these
Yes.
different things that go down the line. But it was really cool. And then you end up winning.
Yeah, to God be the glory for that.
Wow.
It was grace all the way steadily through. It was one of the best experiences of my entire life. It really was.
That's
And
beautiful.
I enjoyed every single moment of
Now,
it.
the food thing, because you are worship leader and
Sure.
you sing and all of this, but where did the food thing come from? Is
Food
this something
thing
always been a
came,
passion?
yeah, it's just been a passion of mine. I grew up looking at my grandmother cook in the kitchen. She had a catering business, and I would get up in the middle of the night and see her cooking these amazing dishes, and it sparked this culinary curiosity, I call it, and I took the bite of it, and the rest is history. And yeah, just been passionate about cooking ever since.
Wow. And so the idea behind this show is taking people who home cooking.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
So you currently, it's not like you have a restaurant yet.
No, not
or-
yet, but soon, hopefully.
Soon. I love that. I mean,
Yes.
so with your prize that you won, what do you want to do from here on?
Sure. Well, from here on, I would love to. What I have on my heart right now is just to really trying to get my own show to really showcase just love and passion and light, and make that really evident on TV, because you don't really see a lot of that anymore.
No.
And just really want to be able to exemplify that and show that on a national level. And in addition to that, of course, starting my own restaurant. I love farm-to-table concepts and family-style dining. So to incorporate all of that into a restaurant and hopefully do it here in Baltimore, I think that would be a great experience for me in the future.
Wow.
And yeah, so and the rest is history. Just want to just do all that the Lord has put in my heart to do, and be successful in doing it.
That's awesome. You are so lit up. You have such
Oh,
joy.
thank you.
And I was reading up on Joseph. Bobby Flay referred to Joseph as one of the most beautiful people that he's ever met.
Yeah.
Your light was obviously shining on this show. Your light was shining.
Yes,
How
ma'am.
do you hold on to your integrity? How do you represent the Lord that you love on a reality TV show where the competition can be fierce? And
Yeah.
it seems a lot of times in these shows what's glorified is not such godly character. You know, I can't speak for this particular show, but how did you do it, Joseph?
The way that I did it was I didn't compromise. I chose not to compromise. I prayed every challenge that I had the opportunity to compete in. And, you know, everyone knew on set that I was a believer, and that prayer was very important to me. So I would go and ask to be excused and go and pray before each challenge. And the Lord was with me the entire time. And I just not only got to minister to, you know, some of the production staff, but was shining my light, even to the point where Bobby Flay even noticed it, and other people. And it just brought such a testament to the glory of God, and just a witness of what we can be in a dark world, just the light of God.
I will tell you, my wife and I at the end actually joked, because, you know, they do the little, what do they call them, the testimonial things,
Yes.
the pieces that they cut afterwards and cut in.
Right.
And Bobby was talking about Joseph after he won, and when he mentioned it, he smiled. And my wife went, "Bobby Flay just smiled." Wow, that's an impact. Because I mean, not that Bobby's a grumpy guy,
he's
but
very
it's just
stoic.
he's very,
Yes.
you know, he's very, let's get this
Yes.
done. Here's what we do.
Yes,
And he
very.
actually smiled when talking about it, and we just thought, wow, that is interesting.
He's a great
guy. So it was very unique. I will say that this show, from a viewer's perspective, it didn't have a lot of the. There was no villains. There was no acrimony.
Yeah.
It didn't
Okay.
seem like it. The challenges were difficult,
Yes.
and everything was moving forward that way.
Mhm.
But it did seem like you and the other contestants really seemed to like each other.
We did. That was one of the best casts, I think, Food Network could have ever put together. We did not have any animosity towards each other. We did not have any strife at all. We really became a really big family, and as a result of that, we're actually all still very close today, and plan on getting together soon and just celebrating each other because, you know, in my eyes, in my understanding, we all won. We were the 10 best cooks out of the entire nation of thousands of people, and that was something to be celebrated and honored.
Wow, I love that. What a wonderful testimony. That's
Absolutely.
fantastic.
Thank the Lord.
Joseph, you won back in, was it December?
Yes.
And it's April. When did they air the show that was your winning show? Was the show that it was announced to the
Public? It was this past Sunday, I believe April 19th.
Oh
Or no, yeah, whatever this past Sunday was.
Yeah.
Yeah, the 19th.
How did you, I mean, were you ready to like burst at the seams? You had to keep this a secret.
I did have to keep this a secret. You know, I was under a very heavy contract, and I, of course, had to keep it on the, you know, down low. And it was very easy. I'm not a very talkative person when it comes to sharing secrets. So, you know, people that know me know that they can share their secrets, and I keep it.
Trust you.
Yes. So because of that, it wasn't a big issue for me. I was able to keep my mouth shut. And I really like the element of surprise anyway. So it was benefiting me to see people actually genuinely surprised to see that I actually won.
And there was the big dude from Food Network with the dark suit behind him, watching him every
True.
second.
Yes, he was very intimidating.
Yeah,
He was-
the Food Network Secret
Yes.
Service, or whatever they do. So Joseph, you mentioned, and so I'm intrigued. The one thing that Tracy and I were talking about, knowing that you were coming on today, as I said, I did wonder if, as part of the thing when you win, are they looking at you for a program?
Anything is possible.
Okay.
I will say that. I think if enough people like me, and I'm in the public eye enough, and people, you know, can share and write Food Network or other networks that might be interested, I think that would be a good way to possibly keep seeing me and keep me in the public spotlight. But you know, it's whatever the Lord wants to do. I'm content with the ride that I'm on right now and the wave that I'm on, and I know it's for a purpose. And if that means getting my own show as a result of it, thank the Lord for it. But if not, I'm content with, you know, wherever He asks me to go.
That's great.
Do you have a favorite style or cuisine that you like to cook? Or
I do, yes. My absolute favorite style of cuisine is any type of comfort food. Any type of, whether it's authentic Mexican or Japanese or just straight old, you know, American style comfort food. My favorite, of course, that other people like to eat is, of course, like Southern delicacies. And, you know, all of my friends are always asking me to make, you know, the stuff that's not good for you.
Of course.
And I enjoy making it. I don't necessarily eat it too much, but because I enjoy a lot more healthier, organic food. Yeah, but I always try and just take that element and try and elevate it. So I call my style of cooking elevated comfort food. And just like I said, incorporate a lot more farm-to-table organic ingredients into that style of cooking so that it's really good, but good for you too.
You were representing on the show Maryland. It came up a couple times where he's like,
did.
well, you know, I'm from Maryland. I have to use some crab. And I was just like, yes, go for it. You know,
and it was some of the best crab you could ever put in your mouth.
I would hope
oh
so.
my gosh, the best ingredients. I
you're
cried
so-
when I left. There was the best ingredients, the best utensils. Everything was top quality.
Really?
Yes.
And I always have wanted to ask this on
Sure.
any of these food shows. So you finish, you did all this cooking, blah,
Yes.
blah, blah. Somebody else cleans up, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay,
and
good.
they clean up like in 2 minutes.
Okay.
It is literally, everything is spotless.
Like an army just comes
like
in and they just...
literally an army of
clean the
people
place
come in, clean it up.
I need
and-
their number.
Yeah, I do too.
Like
I need
now.
everything. I need the number, the
Oh.
studio, the ingredients. I just want it all. I would
Oh
love
my
that.
goodness, how much fun.
Yes.
Joseph, can ordinary folks who didn't grow up necessarily with a wonderful background, it sounds like you were exposed to a wonderful family that had like a legacy of great food in the house. I imagine you like just the aromas in the
Oh,
house,
it's
you know.
amazing.
So if you don't really have that history in your family and you didn't really have any practice and really no one really taught you, is it too late? I mean, I'm 51. Can I learn some stuff now?
Absolutely, you can. That is my motto. My mission is to get people in the kitchen who have either no desire to cook or have the desire to cook, but don't know what the steps that are needed to take to make themselves better. And that's really, if I get my own show, that's really what I want to spin it off of, is to just put the same desire and the passion that I have for cooking in people and get them to create. If you can create at least one dish and make it just the best dish that you can bring to every barbecue, every church function, every whatever. Oh yeah, that you would be known for. You've got it made.
It's not Tracy Spam. How does that sound?
Tracy Spam.
No.
We can elevate it. We can elevate it.
It's
You know,
elevated.
yes, we can elevate it in some way.
Lord.
Maybe spam salad or spam
salad,
rice.
It already sounds
this,
better.
yeah.
Are there any little tips that you learned on the show, or that you just learned from having so much practice and so much skill, that just someone could say, I'm going to apply that today when I make dinner?
Absolutely. Season on every level. That was Bobby Flay's biggest constructive criticism to me from day one. He said my presentation was always beautiful on the first day, and he said, but it just lacked a little bit of seasoning. And he said you should always season on every level. When you put something in the pan, season it. When you take it out, season it. When you get ready to plate it, season it one more time.
Really?
Yes, he was very big on seasoning it, and I learned that all the way through to the finale, and it's really helped me become a better cook too as well. So season at every level whenever you can.
What's your favorite season? Let's say you're going to throw some veggies in the pan, and Mike and I love to saute some veggies.
Yes.
What would Joseph Harris put on those veggies?
What I put on those veggies, I am so basic when it comes to seasoning. Really, as long as it has salt and pepper, that is the biggest element. But a very good quality salt. I don't really use table salt. I normally use a very high quality sea salt or Florida Cell or something like that. That's or Himalayan sea salt. Something that's a little bit more refined, and that's what I would use. Just really good quality ingredients. But like I said, when it comes to seasoning, as long as you got salt and pepper on it, I think you're good to go. But if not, I would add some garlic into it, maybe some chives, and a lot more fresh herbs, I would say. But definitely salt and pepper, always.
Okay. Now, Mike, you're a foodie. I know you love to cook. Do you have any specific food questions?
Boy, let me see if specific food questions.
Yeah.
I think, my thing would be, what is your favorite? Do you have a favorite protein that you work with? Is there a favorite thing that you like? I mean, sea bass was your final, so that one's great. But you had to work with some really unique things.
I did, yes. I had to make marshmallow.
Oh my gosh!
Marshmallow chicken one time on
that
marshmallow blue cheese dressing,
Yeah.
and I paired it with a fried chicken, which was a nightmare in its own because there was glass in the chicken. Make a long story short, it was a nightmare. I really thought I was going home that challenge, but I prayed and asked the Lord to help me even on that. And they even put that on the show.
Put that on the air.
I'm praying like, God, help me right now.
Oh,
And
wow.
He did. He came through. And Chef Elizabeth Faulkner even said that it was the best fried chicken she had ever had in her mouth.
There you go.
And I knew Grace was working
you were
for
going
me.
home. She said that.
Yeah.
How about that?
So
Yeah.
on the menu, that quote will be next to his
It
fried
would.
chicken.
It's called Grace Chicken.
It
That's
is
what it
raised chicken. It
There you
saved my life.
I
Yeah.
love that.
Yes, but as far as the proteins are concerned, I'm always big on chicken. A lot of chefs don't like chicken. I love chicken. I grew up eating it all the time, so it's just all about, again, how you season it and how you prepare it. Most people don't add fat to chicken breast. I always add a little bit of olive oil or something to incorporate that fat back into it, or maybe coconut oil or whatever, just some sort of
Most
fat.
people just kill it.
They do.
It just gets overcooked.
It gets
Especially
overcooked.
the
yes.
breast. It
Yes.
just instantly gets
yes.
too dry.
Yes.
Dry.
Yeah.
Every time I cook chicken breast, not to brag or anything, but most of the people that eat it, they're always like, "How in the world did you get it to taste so moist?" And that biggest thing is I always marinate my meat, even if it's just for an hour. I marinate it with just some salt, pepper, and olive oil, and just drizzle that on the top and let that rest in the meat again to incorporate that fat, and it seals in all of those flavors. And but I love working with chicken, any type of protein, as long as it's not organ meat. I'm good to go.
Say that word in me. Hey, I'm going to press pause just for a moment because I got to do a live spot, but I'll press pause and we'll come back in just a second.
Sure.